Brentford forward Bryan Mbeumo has moved to Manchester United in a deal worth up to £71 million officially. After weeks of protracted, have I said that right? Protracted talks and rejected bids, United and Brentford agreed a package last Friday that included a guaranteed £65 million payment to be made in 4 instalments, as well as £6 million in add-ons. Wow, £71 million. And Mbeumo, who has signed a 5-year deal with the option of a 6th, has joined in time to be part of the United squad that flies to the United States tomorrow for the club's pre-season tour. The forward said, "As soon as I knew there was a chance to join Manchester United, I had to take the opportunity to sign for the club of my dreams. The team whose shirt I wore growing up." Doesn't that warm your heart? A United fan who actually loves the club, wants to wear the shirt, is enthusiastic about it. He wants to come despite interest from other clubs. I love that. I love that. My mentality is to always be better than I was yesterday. I know that I have the spirit and character to reach another level here, learning from Ruben Amorim and playing alongside world-class players. Not that many world-class players at United at this point, pal. But hopefully, yeah, you can help bring on a few and so they can get that badge on their CV. And Mbeumo continues. Everybody told me about the environment that is being created here and how exciting the plans are for the future. This is a massive club with an incredible stadium. You haven't been there that often, pal, have you? Amazing fans, I agree with that. The United fans are the best fans in the world. We are all really determined to challenge for the biggest trophies. Excellent. I love that. What a thing to say from Bryan Mbeumo. That has just warmed my heart and given me extra confidence that he's going to do well next season and that we're going to kick on next season. That's good. That's good. Spurs were after him, but he pied them off. So here's the add-ons. It is understood the add-ons for Mbeumo are very achievable, mostly based on appearances and goals in the Premier League, meaning it is likely Brentford get close to the 70 million for him. If United can resurrect their trophy-winning form under Ruben Amorim, then it is even more likely the fee reaches the full 71 million. The likely extras mean Brentford stand to make more than 60 million in profit on a player they signed for just 4 million from Troy Ayres in 2019, and who went on to score 70 goals, as well as making over 50 more for his teammates. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So, it's absolutely official. Medical pass. He's going to be on the pre-season tour. He's got the right attitude. He's a United fan grown up. Bryan Mbeumo seems to be an absolutely fantastic signing for Manchester United. And, yeah, I mean, I think that's great. I think that's great. Now, this brings me on quite nicely to this Nicolas Jackson situation. Now, apparently, there's a few teams after Nicolas Jackson. And Chelsea have put a price tag on his forehead. And they value him at between 80 and 100 million. I mean, he's 24. He's subject to interest from clubs in Europe and Saudi Arabia. But they're not interested in selling him, apparently. Or at the very least, they've got no pressure to sell him. And he's got 8 years left on his contract. Now, it says here that Chelsea are using the £79 million Liverpool are paying for Hugo Ekitike as the benchmark for any potential deal for Nicolas Jackson. And the reason for that, Chelsea feel that Jackson has a better scoring and goal involvement record over the past 2 seasons in a higher standard league. Now, fair enough. Fair enough. However, I wouldn't say Ekitike is worth that money either. And I wouldn't say that Jackson is worth between 80 and 100 million. If you're going to be paying 80 and 100 million for a player, They need to be scoring 30 goals a season. That's absolutely insane. How much did Bayern Munich pay for Harry Kane? Now, Harry Kane's an elite level striker, and I think they paid about 80 million for him. So if he's worth 80 million and he's 32, he should be worth about 30 million. That's absolutely ridiculous. I don't want Nicolas Jackson. I mean, he's a good player, and if they said you can have him for 30 million, then fair enough. But 80 million, absolutely not. I think Man United should move on. They'll get Dusan Vlahovic for less than that, and I'd rather the punt on Sesko than pay anywhere near 80 million for Nicolas Jackson. But yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you guys, because that is absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. But let's go back to the chat. Let's see what we say. Bang, bang. Pat for life. Good to hear from you, my friend. Big D, Ronaldo was magical when he was at Manchester United. Rooney, what an amazing player. But I'm sorry, CR7. What? So I'm assuming that you're saying you think CR7 is better than Rooney. Fair enough. I think overall in his career, yeah, he is. But I would always argue that Wayne Rooney was the more talented footballer. But what made Ronaldo better overall than Wayne Rooney was Cristiano Ronaldo was the better athlete. Okay. Also, as well, Wayne Rooney often sacrificed himself for the benefit of the team. Ronaldo never done that. Ronaldo was always insistent that the team play to his strengths. So everything had to revolve around Ronaldo. So you could say that Ronaldo was more intelligent than Wayne Rooney. Certainly more intelligent, and he maximised his ability, and he made sure the teams maximised his strengths for the benefit of the team. And, for 10 years, it kind of worked, to be fair, so fair enough. Famous number 7. A few years ago, we missed a trick with getting players from relegated sides. Ramsdale, Tielemans, Vardy, Barnes. Are there any bargains United could and should get this year? Yeah, absolutely. Thomas Müller, he's on a free. I mean, he would be good to have in the locker room. We get him for nout. Give him 100 grand a week. He would bring some appeal, bring some eyeballs from Germany. He's got elite level mentality, and he would help bring on Rasmus Højlund. And you could even say the same for Jamie Vardy, because he's on a free as well. Get him in for a similar reason. He could teach Rasmus Højlund all the little tricks of the trade, positioning and things like that, just like Paolo Maldini did for Diogo Dalot when he was out there in Milan on loan. So yeah, I think that's fine. And also Evan Ferguson, he's a talent. He's getting shipped out to Roma. I reckon, he would give him a punt, on loan with a potential to buy him as well. So, yeah, those are the ones that I can think of off the top of my head, famous number 7. But that's a very good question. I remember that summer when we missed out on Tielemans. He's an amazing player. How he got to Aston Villa is beyond me. And they got him on a free as well or something, didn't they? Good grief. Bang bang Pat for life. Banking goals like the one against Porto, and I get you. Banging goals like the one against Porto, and scoring headers against Prime, Chelsea in Champions League final, CR7. Yeah, that goal against Porto was amazing. And to be fair, there was a big question mark that season. I remember that season in 07-08, with Cristiano. The argument was that Rooney was the better player because he always scored the goals against the big sides, whereas Ronaldo didn't really score the goals against the big sides in the big games. But he kind of proved them wrong when he scored that header in the Champions League final. And obviously he's gone on to score massive goals against massive teams since then. So, I remember that. Cristiano, always proving people wrong. Fair play. Niche fan. Brilliant. Bryan is amazing and Prem proven. Those who slate him are just jealous we got him. He's going to be amazingly good. He's going to play amazingly for us as he loves the badge. Yes, I agree, niche fan. Bang, bang again. And I watched my video. Would you reviewed Gary Neville talking about England not winning Portugal? Hello, we beat you twice. Get over it, and we were better. Yeah, you did bang bang beat us for life. Bang bang Pat for life. For some reason, I thought you were Thai, mate. But you're obviously Portuguese. But I thought you were Thai. Isn't bang bang a Thai name or something? I don't know. But yeah, I'm not going to get over it, bang bang. No, I'm not. We had you there. If Wayne Rooney hadn't broken his metatarsal against you in Euro 2004, that would have been a different kettle of fish, mate. And you know it deep down, pal. You know it. But difference of opinion, obviously. I respect your opinion, bang bang. Not a problem. Niche fan, Brian will earn himself the number 7 shirt. Yeah, fair enough. That's a good shout, that. That's a good shout. Depends on how Mason Mount does next season, of course. You never know. Mason Mount could just have a season injury-free and becomes an absolute world beater. Because, don't forget, Mason Mount is a very, very good player when he's fit. Remember, he's a Champions League winning player. So if he can stay fit and get back to the level that he used to be, then, he's earned the number 7 shirt, if you ask me. But if not, then I think Bryan Mbeumo would be a suitable number 7. Not a problem at all, pal.